Well, hello world. I'm Jesse.
I'm Gabby.
I'm Dallas.
We're the Reshoots, and this is Double Tap, our latest attempt to overreach as much as physically possible.
This is our podcast, guys.
Our first episode of our hopefully weekly podcast going forward. So to start off with, we're just going to tell you a little bit about us, who we are, why we're doing this to ourselves. Who wants to start?
You might as well.
Yeah, just...
You're already talking.
I'm Jesse. I'm with the Reshoots. I'm Jesse. I'm with the Reshoots.
Just look it up.
Yeah, it's a podcast. You
Let's see. What are we doing? Favorite movie?
Yeah.
My favorite movie is Lord of the Rings.
all of it, just...
All of it.
It's all one movie.
Okay, great. Oh,
Shot.
kind
It
of.
is
It
one
was.
movie. It was. It was only. Yeah.
I've gone down this road with him.
It is. Yeah. I don't.
No, and it was shot
It's
like
one
one
movie.
Yeah.
continuous movie.
Lord of the
Can't
Rings.
get him to pick one.
Best movie of all time.
And that's how the books were supposed to come out, but they forced J.R.R. Tolkien to release
They
it in
did.
3 bits.
Yeah.
So he did.
And Peter Jackson was like, "I'm cool with that."
Yeah.
So he did that.
And he thought he was only going to get to do 2 movies, and they actually gave him 3.
I love that story.
And he was so excited. My name is Gabby. I'm part of the Reshoots. I'm mostly doing this because I really wanted a creative outlet, and I really like movies, so I get an excuse to talk about movies for hours and hours and hours with you guys, and that's a lot of fun. My favorite movie of all time?
Never heard of that movie.
It's really hard for me to pick, but I can tell you my favorite director and his movies. It's Alfonso Cuarón, which I
That's
found
cheating.
out. No, I didn't realize that I liked him until I looked up 3 of my most favorite movies,
Prisoner of Azkaban.
which is Prisoner of
Yeah.
Azkaban. It's A Little Princess was my
Never
favorite
saw
movie
that one.
growing up. It's delightful. You
Yeah?
have to see it. It's like it has the sort of like mystical like feel that Sorcerer's Stone has, except it's about a little girl.
Not that Prisoner of Azkaban has.
No,
I feel
not
like it would be
Prisoner of
similar,
Azkaban.
more
No,
similar.
no,
mystical.
no. I'm pretty sure he got Prisoner of Azkaban because of A Little Princess.
Okay.
And then Children of Men,
Love
which I
Children of
watched when I was like super depressed and I was on a school trip.
That
in
is a good movie to
Canada.
watch when you're super depressed.
I didn't realize we were just entranced, and I was like, "This movie's amazing!" And I
It
looked
really
up
is.
the director for, like, I knew Alfonso Cuarón was the director of Prisoner of Azkaban, and I looked it up, and then I was like, "Children of Men, A Little Princess." So I guess this is my favorite director.
That's what you
I
did
feel
when
like
you
I
looked
have
it
to
up.
call him Alfonso
Yeah.
Cuarón from now on. I can't call him Cuarón
Alfonso
anymore
Cuarón.
because she did it, and now I have to follow it up.
Alfonso
I'm gonna
Cuarón.
call him
Alfonso
Alfonso.
Cuarón.
It's like we're on a first name basis. I don't want to say his last name.
Fonz.
Fonzie.
What up, Fonz?
What about you, Dallas?
I'm Dallas, also part of the Reshoots. That's
It's funny. It's
what
like
we're
we're
doing
all.
now. It's like
part
we're
of
the
Reshoots.
Reshoots or something.
Oh my
It's
God.
weird.
My favorite movie is The Lion King.
We know.
Yes, everybody.
They don't know.
The
Everybody knows.
internet doesn't know.
The
Yeah.
internet doesn't know, but now they do. Yay!
Shout out
Good
to The
first
Lion
movie.
King.
Or
It's
good favorite
great,
movie.
Right?
That's,
Oh my
that's
God, I
the
love
best
it.
animated
It's a
movie ever
solid.
made.
It's a solid. It's a solid.
I will call it the best animated movie ever movie.
You'll try
It's
to
a
call it.
great
Yeah.
film.
Apparently I can't. I take it back. It's all a
Yeah.
lie.
It's
Prince of
good.
Egypt is the best animated movie of all time.
That's a good one, too.
Actually, I really like that.
I would put that. That's the only one I'll
It's
allow
really
people
good.
to
I don't
argue
know
against.
any of the songs well enough to sing them right now, but I know.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, me.
I mean, do it. We have time.
Do we?
Miracles when you
That's the only one I
believe.
really can't do that one though. I'm not even gonna try.
That's a
I'm more
Mariah
like-
Carey one.
By the power
I remember about your brother, but I don't remember.
I do love that. Once I called you brother. Once I thought the chance to make you laugh was all I ever wanted.
Why does that remind me of Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Because they came out at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, so
Favorite
Sure.
comic book character. We didn't do that. And I didn't talk about why I wanted to do this.
Oh yeah, tell us
Neither.
why you wanted to do
Just-
this.
Neither
Yeah,
do
we
you.
just
Dallas,
talked a
finish.
lot.
No, finish your
Yeah.
thing. Favorite
I'm
comic
doing
book
this
and why you're doing it.
because I kind of just wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I was lazy and didn't have a way to do it, and now
And
I
I've
have
been
Jesse.
asking you to do it for months
Right,
too.
but now Jesse's in our lives, and we can just use him.
And we have like a
and his
studio
studio
space.
and his mics and his other Jesse.
It did
And
come-
a
came
crew
with
of
another Jesse.
7.
Yeah.
Have we mentioned that
Jesse
the
came with a
Reshoots is
crew.
actually
We
a
should
crew
shout
of
out
7?
everyone. There's a lot of people behind the scenes. We got Jesse, the other Jesse doing the sound. This is his studio. We got his little brother Justin / Victor / Boris / JJ over there, that way. We got our producer Kayla over there. and we
Producer
got-
/ director. She's multi-talented.
/ my fiance.
Oh yeah, Dallas' fiance.
which is a job in and of itself. And then Demi as our director / producer / videographer.
Slash the
no one's
person who
fiance.
knows all of the songs from Prince of Egypt, but
Yep.
is not on camera to sing them. But
I know all the
Yeah.
songs too. I'm just saying.
And then Kayla's younger sister Jordan, who does our social media, and she also did our.
That was terrible.
She also did our like intro and outro for our Reshoots YouTube.
Yeah, and
videos.
she's probably gonna do this one too.
Yep.
So my favorite comic book character
Favorite comic book character?
is Deadpool.
Captain
Yep.
Deadpool?
Captain Deadpool.
Not just Deadpool.
With the mouth.
Welcome to
I
that
can't
one.
die. Alright. Yeah, he's awesome. That's my favorite. Moving on to Gabby.
Oh, mine is Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy because she's the most dangerous woman in the universe.
That's why my
She's a
picture for you
badass.
in my phone is Gamora.
I know, because I was like, Gamora!
My picture for you is a selfie of you.
Did I
That's
take a
just
selfie of
upgraded.
myself on your phone?
Probably. I don't know how
That
that
sounds like
goes.
something I would do. Just
Like,
grab
here's my
people's
number
phone.
and a selfie.
Yay!
There you go.
Yep, that sounds like something I would do.
I'm really basic. My favorite superhero or comic book character is Batman.
You know what? He's amazing. He's the greatest detective.
That's
of
why
all
I have a
time.
giant Batman on this table.
Yep.
Because he's
Next to
Batman.
Spider-Man, my second favorite.
I really like my neighbor Totoro, so I'm drinking.
Is that a comic book? Is that a manga?
I think it's just a Japanese movie.
Yeah, I think it's it's Hayao Miyazaki,
Nice.
but I'm not sure.
Moving on to the topics.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
let's cover our topics today. So our main topics today are the Black Panther trailer / movie. We're going to talk about movie universes, and we're going to talk about our like anticipating summer movies. My supers.
Alright, so I guess first we're gonna talk about the Black Panther trailer then? We should discuss
Yes.
Black
Oh my
Panther.
god! It was
I'm so happy
so
that trailer was good because I did not like that poster at all.
See, I haven't seen the poster, so.
I will show it to you right now. It's a
Yes,
podcast, so I
okay.
can do
Oh,
this.
yes, show me the
Yeah,
poster.
I will.
Why was it so sexy though? I was like, ooh.
It's so weird because the first time you
Ooh.
talked about that, you were talking about the logo. Like
No,
the
the
font of
logo,
movie.
the
It's
logo
true.
was sexy. No. I posted on Facebook though, like, why, like, was that Black Panther trailer so sexy?
Oh, we told you.
I
It's
was
because
like-
everybody's black.
Yeah, it's because everybody's like, yeah, and like, oh
Except
my
for
God, it's
everyone
just-
who has lines in the
They're
movie.
just so.
Right.
I don't care.
They're just the
It
really
was
important
just.
white people.
Yeah,
'Cause
because
it's a
you
Marvel
had to
movie.
you had to give the white
Both
people
from Lord of the
something.
Rings, BT dubs.
Oh, yeah, Andy
yeah,
Serkis is-
Smeagol
Mhm.
and
Forgot about
Bilbo.
Bilbo
That's right.
Baggins.
Well, from The Hobbit.
Yeah, a good close enough.
Is it though?
Not really, not even a little bit. Vegan-
Black Panther.
Stop
Black
making
Panther, Black
prequels to my
Panther.
favorite franchises.
I liked that poster. I thought
Right,
that
everybody
was
likes it
badass.
except for
Terrible
Justin.
Photoshop.
Yeah, I think you just don't like the
You
from a
don't-
technical standpoint.
Why is his body is hand drawn, or at least is made to look hand drawn? The background is CGI, and his face is regular. It's normal.
Jesse, I think
The lighting
you're-
doesn't match.
I think you're being a tad.
It looks like a fourth grader did it.
No, it
That's
doesn't.
mean.
It looks
It
like
really does.
If a fourth grader did this, they're a very talented 10-year-old.
This is
because
Marvel. That franchise is worth more than Peru, and that's the best poster they can come up with.
Worth
Shout out
more than
Peru.
Peru. That's so
Out of
rude.
all-
You know what? To the citizens of Peru, we actually love you very much.
Also,
Sure.
Tupac was named after a Peruvian revolutionary.
Oh, he
so shout out
was
to you guys.
native Peruvian.
We just
And
did a
any
Tupac
of those
review.
could do a better Photoshop job than that poster.
Nah,
We haven't
this
talked about
is
the
fine.
trailer at all, guys.
The trailer was
Oh,
great.
It's
I
so
have no
good.
complaints about the trailer, except for the
question.
CGI.
Can you tell us a little bit about like the Easter eggs in the trailer? Because I don't know any. I've never read any Black Panther comics, and I know you love them. Tell us.
Most of the Easter eggs that I caught, because it's just a teaser, were just the people in it.
Mhm.
We have Killmonger, who's Michael B. Jordan,
Right.
who made it out of Fox
Best haircut.
Fantastic Four.
I'm
to
so
possibly
proud
the
of
best
You know what I
him.
movie.
realized? Playing the Human Torch is great for your career. If you
Yeah.
want to
Right,
be a superhero.
you just
Yeah,
become
Chris Evans.
super
Yeah.
important.
Oh, Chris Evans, who like is a million super different things. Superhero. He's
Oh,
in
he's
the
in everything.
Losers. He was in the Losers. Scott Pilgrim. What
Mhm.
is it?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic
Mhm.
Four.
Fantastic Four.
And Captain
And
America.
now Captain America.
Should put that shield on this table.
I would like to add that I love Chris Evans. Hey,
Everybody loves Chris
how are
Evans.
you?
Is he the best Chris? The best superhero Chris? you
In
think?
my opinion, he's my favorite Chris.
Is he?
But let's talk about the Black Panther trailer because
Yes.
we're not talking about it.
I
at
kind of want to
all.
know, who's your favorite superhero Chris?
Yeah.
Chris
I don't think
Pine
I
counts.
have. I mean, Chris Pine was awesome as Steve Trevor.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
he
could-
counts.
He
So
counts.
he
There-
might- it
Any
might
Chris
be
in a
him.
superhero movie.
Chris Pratt is also dope.
I'm going to
Oh,
go with Chris
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt,
Chris
no.
Pratt's my favorite.
You know what? Chris Pratt is my favorite.
he?
Over like as a superhero Chris.
Chris Pratt's my
Yeah.
spirit animal.
I think Chris Evans, like the
Cultural appropriation.
Chris Evans as like a person, I hear such sweet things about him
Mhm.
that I'm like I would want to be Chris Evans' friend.
Yeah.
But if it's about watching him on screen, Chris Pratt wins, hands down, easy. Star-Lord, man. I'm just
Star-Lord,
really
man.
partial to Guardians
Maybe
though. I
Diallo.
really like.
I know that. Yeah, Gamora is your favorite.
Yeah, I
It's
really
just
like
about every
Guardians.
other movie.
I'm so sorry.
Have you been
Down.
on
It's
Mission
so
Breakout
hard.
yet at Disneyland?
No, I haven't even been.
Is it
just-
open?
you know
Yeah, it
what?
is.
We're not
It's like a
talking-
5-hour
Yeah.
wait every time you try to go.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway,
So
so
Black Panther.
Black Panther keeps telling us about Easter eggs.
Also, this dude named Man-Ape, because
Stupid name.
Africa, comic books, and you know, back then they were just like, "What's African?"
That-
Apes. So
And men.
That's the guy who was like on top of the
Yeah, on top of the rock.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
That's
I
gonna be fun.
loved his look, the costume.
Yeah.
Because if you look at that comic book character, that's a goofy looking costume, and I really like the translation for the movie. It worked out really well.
Yeah, I like the. There's kind of like a beat to the teaser trailer. There's like a
Step into the spotlight.
yeah, like and I like that they use that in order for transition. I mean, a lot of trailers do that, but I feel like this one is, if you're gonna do that, this is kind of the what's the word? The not ideal, but like this should be held up as the archetype, the example of how to do that, because it was excellently done. There was a great beat to the trailer. It made me like, it was like building, and I felt excited. I didn't know any of the characters, but the visuals were amazing. The costumes were amazing. Also, the fact these costumes, I've read a little bit about the costume designer, and she took a lot of influence from actual African like tribes and history and tradition. So they're like a good contrast to like our traditional Western superhero looks, which just added more to like the visual like dynamics and like it's just, I'm liking the conception, like the Black Panther's concept right now, or like conceptual.
No, I love the juxtaposition of the like very, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, like tribal kind of look mixed with the super high tech technology.
Right.
That world that they're building of the
like,
two
they didn't leave
combined.
behind their culture.
Yeah.
But they're still way more advanced than everybody else.
Yeah.
There's a jet.
Yeah, can you?
But it's coming out of a rock.
Which is awesome.
It's just,
Yes.
it's awesome.
Can you tell? Because this is gonna sound, it looks a little racist because
You're the expert.
Black guy, but
Clearly.
you really like Black Panther.
Yes,
Like,
he's in my top 3.
Yeah.
With Deadpool and Spider-Man.
So can you tell us a little
Everyone
bit
loves
about Wakanda and like the,
Or Wakanda, as they
Wakanda.
call it in the
Wakanda,
trailer.
Sandy Circus. What do you know about Wakanda?
What do you know about
Like,
Wakanda?
relax. Yeah, they did a pretty good job of telling you about it in the movie.
Mhm.
It's an African country which is super high tech. It's been stated that T'Challa is the most wealthy comic book character by far over like Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark, because he has vibranium just everywhere.
He has all the money.
Which they say comes from like a comet came down one day and just
Yeah.
landed in Africa, and they're like, well,
Why
we
it's
got all this
very rare.
vibranium.
Oh.
So now he has an awesome bulletproof suit.
cool. Yeah, that
Which
suit
was
is
amazing, but he's just-
I can't get enough.
He's just
oh my God.
Every time he gets shot by something,
and
he
it's
just
just
stares
stares
bounces
at
off.
the thing.
It's
that-
like
that
doesn't
shot him.
dodge,
Superman,
he
but
doesn't
like
move.
Civil War, they did the
Way
same thing. The
better.
helicopter shoots
The
him, and he just
helicopter
turns
just
and
looking
looks
up.
at the
Just looks
helicopter
up
like,
at the helicopter.
go ahead, keep shooting me. I dare
love
you.
it.
I double dare.
Also, the Dora Milaje. I don't know how to say this word because
Dora Milaje?
maybe.
The
The
Majula.
Dora Milaje. Good job, Jesse. You got it.
Thank you.
They are basically, I don't want to say bodyguards because it doesn't really do them justice,
Oh,
but
okay.
they are the king's.
So King's Guard
Bodyguards.
almost.
Yeah.
King's
The
like
royal
so.
King's
guard.
Guard.
King's Guard would do
Yeah,
him
they guard
justice.
T'Challa, and they're just badass African women.
Looks like
Okay, and they're
Super
women.
Yes.
Oh, they were featured in Captain America: Civil War, right?
Yes,
Where he
one of
was
them,
like,
yeah.
"Move or you
Move
will
or
be
you
moved."
will be
Oh,
moved.
it's great.
She's part of the Dora Milaje.
Entertaining as that
So now we're
would be.
getting Denai Shakur, and
Tonight,
Yeah.
she's one of the Dora
Yeah,
Milaje.
that's her new name.
Yes, she's one of the
Denai
Dora Milaje.
Michonne
So she gets to
Shakur.
be awesome again after being awesome in Walking Dead. and Cool in All Eyes
I
on
could
Me.
see her with a katana in that movie, in Black Panther.
But yeah, and I'm so happy that Claw's in the movie because
Yes.
Which
Claw,
one is Claw?
he's the guy that Ultron took his hand off.
Oh, okay. And now he has a claw, and that's why he's
Not
that
yet.
name.
Well, in the comics, he actually killed Black Panther's dad.
Oh,
He's his like
okay, I
main enemy.
understand.
But you know,
Oh yeah. You mentioned that. when
right?
we
But
saw
they had to have
before.
Zemo do it because you know Civil
Age of
War.
Ultron. Yeah.
But so I'm glad that he's back, and you know Andy Serkis is great.
One
Yeah,
thing, it's
he
not
is.
going to be a
He's a
claw, right? It's a
talented man.
laser gun, right? It's like
That's
some kind of cannon. It's a cannon he has on his arm. I
Right.
believe.
Of course.
Claw is his name.
Yeah.
But he does have he has a like a
He has
Is
a
it
cannon would be
interchangeable?
weird.
Please be interchangeable.
I'm sure it was. It was awesome.
It,
like Inspector Gadget.
I got to meet Andy Serkis, BT Dubs.
No.
Shook my hand. He didn't.
Oh wait,
the-
you did meet him.
The Force
I
Awakens
thought you
premiere.
said you would get to meet him.
No, I already did.
Okay.
Been there, done that.
Alrighty.
Wrote the check.
Did he have a claw?
I could, possibly. I do actually.
You know
On-
what?
on
Why
my
don't
crops.
we cut your arm off now and you can? I'm kidding.
Good.
Give
That
us
would get
a
us
lot more views.
Get a viewers, yeah, just live on air,
Viral.
getting my arm cut off by a claw.
So what else? I mean, what else was in the trailer that?
The awesome Run the Jewel song.
Of course,
I love it.
step into the spotlight.
I'm sorry.
It was
I just
really
love Marvel's relationship with hip hop is fantastic.
Yeah,
Except
Like,
in
they
Iron
do-
Fist.
they have
Don't
some.
talk about that. They do like all.
No, you know what? Even
the
Iron
variant
Fist,
covers
because
and everything.
it starts with So Fresh and So Clean.
Right, like
The music was great. It did not fit that show.
I was like, I'm gonna
No,
like this
it
show because it
didn't.
started with Outkast playing.
Yeah.
And then I didn't.
Ain't
But
nobody don't pass me. So fresh, so clean.
But yeah,
We
Marvel-
used to
Luke
play that in
Cage
marching
used it
band.
awesomely.
Dude, freaking Method Man cameo.
That was fun.
That
That was so cool.
And like Luke,
It's
and
you.
like it's a
No, man,
universe.
it's
It's
you.
you. Yes. Oh, I was so there for that.
Ah, those shows are
Great.
so good.
this is gonna be fantastic. I think this is gonna be my favorite MCU movie
Yeah.
by far. And I love Civil War. That's
I think
Civil
Civil War is
War
my favorite.
was
but I think Civil War's my
amazing.
favorite because of so much of
Guardians
him.
is my favorite, but like I said, I'm partial to Guardians. So, it's speaking of Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Dark Universe just got. Or this is a terrible segue.
That was a
But-
great segue. What are
Really?
you talking about?
Speaking of
Oh.
universes.
That was fantastic.
Well, speaking of universes, the Dark Universe just got announced. What do you guys think of universes in general? I can go into what I think.
I'm okay with them. It depends on what the universe is. Marvel makes sense. I think the Dark Universe makes sense because these monsters did hang out with each other back in the day. It just they didn't do a very good job of it back then, and now they are.
Well, yeah, because back then it was movies were just starting
Yeah.
with sound. It's hard to get that figured out in general, and these
There's a
concepts
couple of
were
decades in
pretty
of
new.
sound at that point.
No, it was like maybe
1927 is the first.
one. Yeah, and what
Right, this
what
is like
year
the
did
30s,
this?
so-
32.
Yeah,
Okay,
30,
yeah,
so
you're
like
right.
That's like 5
5
years.
Yeah,
Not a
exactly.
lot of time.
Like
I learned
5
how to
years
walk
with
and talk in
sound.
that time.
Because you're a movie studio.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's cool. They have a bunch of monsters, and
Mhm.
the two guys
And
with
two deformed
deformities.
guys. Yeah.
Which
So it's just
we'll see
Hunchback
how that
and
works out.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah,
Could be
they're in
played.
there too, just
I
hanging out
hope
with
they
the
give them
monsters.
superpowers just so that they're not just two
Superpowers.
guys with deformities.
What do you guys think this is gonna go? So are we forming an Avengers team of monsters to fight some other evil, or is Van Helsing gonna be the Loki?
I mean,
I
You
don't
think Loki-
know because
what?
I don't
I don't
care
know.
about this.
well, because
No,
the
I
mummy
shouldn't say
in the
that.
mummy is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Tom Cruise is the hero. So I think the monsters are still going to be the antagonists.
Yeah.
They're just going to be like a protagonist in each movie.
I
to
feel like what might
fight-
happen too
fight.
is that the protagonist might end up in each movie turning to the dark side somehow. So like Frankenstein might start off with Dr. Frankenstein being this good guy and it ends with him going a little crazy and having this monster. Because Tom Cruise in this movie started out theoretically like not good. But, you know,
Relatively
he's
good.
rela-
Not
like,
evil.
Not
Better.
evil, but he ended up with like, the god of the Egyptian god of death in like personified,
Shouldn't
right?
Shout out to Seth.
Yes,
And
shout
Suge
out to
Knight.
Set. Suge Knight.
Um,
We
The
just did
ultimate
a
evil.
Tupac review, guys.
He's the ultimate evil.
Just
All eyes
go
on
to
me.
it. Yeah, all Sorry.
dang it, I had a thought, and now it's just.
But so I
Are we
feel like
distracting
that
you,
might
Dallas?
be the vein that it goes, just because of like the kind of thing that the Mummy did, and also like Russell Crowe's character is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So
Reminded me of one thing.
yes, I'll let you say it in a second.
You know, going through your thing, that was
Well,
so weird.
Russell Crowe's character is Dr. Jekyll, who's very, seems like good intentioned, and he's trying to round up all the evil, but then he also has this Hyde part of him. So I feel like it might, and it's also called the Dark Universe, so I feel like it might go, it starts off with like a great guy who ends up with a dark side.
Mhm.
That might be it, but what were
But
you
yes,
saying?
so we have Hyde, we have a vampire, we have Invisible Man.
Mhm.
And nobody's bringing up the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I thought
Oh,
about that.
that's what I
They
thought
did
of too.
this.
I have been thinking about
With
that.
just, I guess, literature characters.
Yeah.
Also was a comic book.
There was the Bride of Dracula was in there. The Invisible Man was in there.
Yeah.
Dr. Jekyll was
and
in
Mr.
there.
Hyde,
Dr.
yeah.
Jekyll, like, this is.
Tom Sawyer was
A few of
randomly
them.
in there for
Yeah,
no reason.
Yeah,
Tom
they
Sawyer.
needed, they're like, we got books.
I guess.
It's not
People
too-
read
I
books,
guess
right?
Tom
Tom
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
Although Tom Sawyer is a pretty good character just because he's kind of a con artist. He could be your charismatic
Yeah,
everyman.
sure.
I
They
mean,
invented
but
him for
not-
the movie, though.
He's like the Hawkeye of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I'm out here with a bow and arrow.
Alright, I have a gun.
Which I feel like is what the Phantom of the Opera is going to be in this universe.
Yeah, he's like, I have a
Just a-
mask.
I
guys.
wear a
Oh no,
mask.
he's like, I can
I have
sing.
half a mask, and I can
and I
sing.
can sing.
Which I'm assuming, by the way, that this Phantom of the Opera is not going to be a musical.
No.
Because it wouldn't make sense.
I can't
Yeah,
imagine
no.
it would be a musical.
No, no,
It's
no.
gonna be
It's gonna be
So,
like,
come on.
a guy in a theater with a mask.
Just, I love you.
Yes, please.
That's
be
it.
with me.
You're done. The Phantom of the Opera.
This whole movie's just gonna be
is
an
here.
end credit scene. I'm gonna do that.
On to the
Which
next
I'm fine
one.
with.
Yeah.
Because he's not a monster.
No, he's not.
I'm interested in to where this is going. I'm not gonna use the word excited yet, but I'm interested.
See, I'm not interested only because I don't like movie universes when I feel like, here's my problem, is I feel like movie studios are doing this to catch up with Marvel because
Sure.
Marvel's putting out hit after hit and it's all interconnected and everybody digs that. But I think that it's kind of taking advantage of your audience. Your audience is going to want to watch these movies because they like these monsters. And because these studios are trying to hack these movies together and piece them together, they're not going to necessarily be good. And I'm like, give me something, put out a good movie instead of trying to do what another movie studio's doing. Because I would rather pay $12 to see something great that you've created as opposed to pay $12. I'm not gonna pay $12. I'm gonna get it at his house. But as opposed to
Shout out to Dallas.
pay $12, but as opposed to paying $12 for crap and then complaining about crap. I feel like these audiences are taking, and like it doesn't really, honestly, because of the way movies are working right now, they're making a lot more money internationally.
They're making a lot more.
Because international audiences have a middle class that can feed into the movie industry, and those middle classes don't have quite the refined bougie American taste in movies yet. I mean, they will.
They're not as refined as Americans.
No, you know what I mean. Like we've had movies.
Is that what we're putting on the internet?
Not refined, but like it's not refined.
No,
but
no,
it's like
they have different tastes.
it's or like they haven't or I kind of like I read something online that was basically like movies haven't been big in these international movies haven't really been introduced much. So right now the flashy like action is really making money because it's like something different and it's exciting. But eventually they're gonna get sick of that.
Like we are now.
Yeah, exactly. Like we are now, and they're gonna want quality over flashiness. So right now the studios can make crap because it's making money, but except here in their own homeland.
God, that's depressing.
I mean, yeah, but it's only if you think about. You're just assuming that the movies are going to be bad because they're in a universe.
No, I know, but I feel like because they're in a universe, they're trying to make them quickly and consecutively, and so that they're interconnected. And I feel like because they're throwing it together so that they have something to compete with against Marvel and against everybody
they're
else.
making them quickly, but like if you get like the Edgar Wrights and the Brad Birds of the world to make your movies, you can make them quickly just because. Not everyone's working on the same movie. Like Marvel releases at least 2 movies a year. We have a summer one, we have a November one. Every year.
And now we have a Spider-Man one.
Yeah, well, Sony's actually still putting that one out.
Why.
But like.
Sony's putting it out?
Yeah, Sony. They still have Spider-Man. They're just letting him be in the MCU.
Oh,
Sharing it
that's
with the homies.
the best thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I don't know why Fox won't do it, but we get to that later.
Because
dude,
Spider-Man
that
was
would
a
be
failing franchise and X-Men isn't.
The best thing ever.
That makes so much
Dude,
more money.
Avengers versus
But
X-Men,
we wouldn't get Deadpool. If Fox had sold the
Why
rights
not?
to the X-Men, we wouldn't get the Deadpool that we got, the rated R.
No, that's true.
No.
But no.
But I
I'm
just
not
mean, like,
disputing
just
that.
from
No.
an
We're
X-Men
talking
standpoint.
about like letting the X-Men share because then we could have like Avengers versus X-Men.
But even
and
then,
that would be.
It would be fantastic.
But even then, I don't think Marvel would let Iron Man be associated with Deadpool or with the Logan that we got in Logan this year.
Well, I'm not even talking about now. I'm like,
No.
since
Oh,
they've been
eventually.
making X-Men movies for the last 17 years, and at no point did they want to let the X-Men hang out with the Avengers.
Well,
Which
making
would've
them
made
money.
all the money for everyone.
And like they could make. I mean, they
Yeah,
could make
sure.
a Disney approved X-Men. I feel
Can't make a Disney-approved Deadpool.
Yeah.
I mean, you
You're right.
can. I don't want them to.
Fair.
like. Okay. So summer movie. Do we want to talk about our
She's trying to say, do you want to talk about
Most
our
anticipated summer movie.
of this summer? Yes. I think mine is already on topic, because mine is Spider-Man.
Damn it! I was gonna pick Spider-Man.
Ha-
I was literally gonna reach across the table and grab my Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. We can agree. This is not.
No, and I want to be different. I want to stand on my
so
own,
be
Dallas.
different.
But yes, mine is
Let's think of
Spider-Man.
I
something
thought
else.
you guys were both gonna say Baby Driver.
Baby Driver is
You know me at all.
I mean.
I love Edgar Wright. He's great, but Spider-Man.
That's
Tom
true.
Holland.
You know what?
Oh, Donald
I
Glover's
would have
also in
thought if you
Spider-Man.
say.
Yes.
Wait,
What?
What?
You didn't know?
What?
just happened?
What?
I missed what you said.
Donald
Donald
Glover is in
Glover?
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
You knew that.
How?
Donald Glover's in everything.
How?
Wait, what do you see?
Here's my problem with that.
What's your problem?
Donald Glover, actually, same problem I have with Michael B. Jordan and Andy Serkis in Black Panther. He's playing a villain. Historically,
Donald Glover's
Marvel
playing a
villains
villain?
wasted. Pretty much unless their name is Loki.
You know what?
I don't know, or they're on TV.
I'm just really happy that Donald Glover's going to be in a Spider-Man movie because there was that whole campaign for Donald Glover to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of funny.
honestly, I wanted that to be.
Well,
a reality.
what excites me though is that
I'm so
there's
excited.
rumors he's actually playing Miles Morales' uncle. So I'm excited about the possibility of Miles Morales showing up in this universe.
Oh my
That's
God.
assuming they don't steal him for this weird non-Spider-Man universe with Venom and Black Cat and all this weird whatever thing that they're doing.
I'm
Honestly,
very
like,
worried
they
about
need a
this.
Spider-Man, so.
But they,
Yes.
I would rather
Venom
the
without
Marvel
Spider-Man. I don't understand
Cinematic
this.
Universe have
So
him only
excited for
because the
Venom,
Marvel
though.
Cinematic
But
Universe
what
doesn't
else?
take care of their characters pretty well.
The Marvel universe does though. Sony historically not.
Exactly why I'd rather
But Tom
Marvel
Hardy.
have him.
Yes.
He's gonna be Venom, huh?
Tom Hardy's gonna be
Yeah.
everybody.
Dude.
Tom Hardy's gonna be Jafar.
Let him be no.
No.
Well, you were saying, Dallas? Finish your thought.
Let him be everyone except for brown people.
I don't.
Let him be every white person.
I'm not that big into Tom Hardy the way everyone else
Really?
is.
No, me either.
I
but
like
I
him.
understand it. I'm not part of
There's
it.
certain roles that I
He
just
does
think.
the same thing in every movie he ever does. You want them
You-
belts,
why are you
guys.
suddenly Matthew McConaughey right
I
now?
think
That's not Tom Hardy.
Really?
Better?
Tom Hardy's.
Back your city. That's
Have you seen Bronson?
yeah, he just talks like this all the time. But he's got like, what is he, Scottish in that one or something?
That's not how he talks
He
to Bronson.
talks like this.
What's
But
Bronson about?
It's a movie about a crazy guy
Who talks like
named
this
Charles
all the
Bronson,
time.
Oh.
who
Named
was
Charles Bronson.
he's called like the most violent criminal in England, but I think he maybe killed 1 or 2 people at some point.
It was probably really violent crime, though.
I mean, he was in prison just beating up cops or whatever.
Oh,
like
there
prison
you go.
guards.
There
That's
you
what
go.
broke the
Like,
Batman.
you know, Jack the Ripper was running around ripping people up, so
He was.
I feel like that title's not earned.
He
Either
did
way,
not rip-
Tom Hardy's crazy in that movie,
Yeah.
and Venom is crazy.
He did kill
He
like
is.
that man.
There's one point he just kind of paints himself black, so it's like he was just training for this. His
I'm
entire
hoping
life.
that's what our Venom looks like. It's just Tom Hardy painted
Tom
black,
Hardy
just
black.
dipped in black ink. Come on, that's my thing. You can't make him
Tom
look like
Hardy
Venom,
with
right?
a little bit
Because
of
Venom
blackface.
looks like Spider-Man. And if we don't have Spider-Man in this universe, if his origin is not going
Doesn't
to be
look
tied
like
to
a
Spider-Man,
Crazy alien.
But
thing.
like,
he's
it's
got the
just a
Spider-Man
symbiote.
logo on his chest.
It's a spider.
Not
It's not-
every,
it's
yeah.
that spider.
It's because it's a symbiote.
No,
It's a
it's
symbiote,
different.
isn't it?
The arms are like
Longer.
out and
Yeah.
and it's white.
He looks like Spider-Man.
It's a symbiote. That, no, it's a different, it's its own thing.
It is, yeah, it looks like Spider.
And he has
But
Spider-Man's powers.
Now they're
Plus
Venom's
others.
powers.
It's just, I don't.
I honestly,
it's-
yeah, I don't think they should do it without Spider-Man, but
I
I'm
don't-
excited that it's happening with
I'm
Venom.
okay. I'm okay with that. I don't care. As long as they don't ruin Spider-Man, I'm okay.
But yeah,
Spider-Man's not in it. So. But does this mean that we can't have a Venom in a Spider-Man movie?
that's what
No.
bothers me because I
That's
want
what
this
I'm saying.
Venom
Or
in
Black
the
Cat
Spider-Man.
or
Maybe.
Silver Sable.
Maybe
But,
if
like-
Sony decides to play nicely twice.
Maybe they will.
Because I feel like they ended up with some pretty
The
good
thing
money.
is, Tom Hardy's Venom would eat Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But that's cool because you get
Yeah,
this,
that's
you
great.
want my hero to be the
Yeah,
underdog.
I think he ate.
Venom should be way bigger than Peter Parker.
And
but,
then
like,
I would
oh my
be
God,
New York
concerned.
and ashes. You have my permission to die.
Oh my god.
break his back.
Yes.
But yeah,
Um,
Spider-Man. That's my most anticipated movie.
Yeah,
of the
what's
summer.
yours, Jesse?
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
Christopher Nolan's Dunkirk.
I
Yes.
think I knew you were gonna go that
But
route.
like, I'm a little bit concerned only because he's releasing it in the summer. I feel like if he was releasing it in
I agree.
Oscar season, I would be much more excited about it.
Also, it's PG-13 and it's a war movie.
Exactly.
Isn't
Exactly.
Tom Hardy in it too?
And Tom Hardy's in it.
And the guy from
Doesn't
One
work.
Direction, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Harry, is
it's
it
like-
Harry?
Harry Styles.
And
yeah,
the
that's
worst
his
extra in history. Have you guys seen that one extra in the trailer?
name. No. The one that like.
What does he do?
Okay, so you know the very first teaser trailer, it was the shot of everyone just looking up at this
Mhm.
plane that's about to crash and everyone looks horrified. There's this one guy in the back. I don't know if maybe he was hungry or he was having some trouble at home. I don't know what his thing was, but he literally goes,
So everyone knows, like Jesse just.
oh,
sighed
duck?
and
Okay,
looked up.
I'm like, what? I'll show you guys after this. It's once you see
I
it, you
need
can't
to
not
see
see it.
I need to see it.
And I
now.
love because in subsequent trailers they've showed that shot again, but they always cut before,
Oh, yeah,
after
so
he's
cute.
already ducked.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's great.
They were
So
like,
we have Tom Hardy, we have One Direction dude, and the worst extra in cinematic history.
Yeah, I'm just a tad worried about Dunkirk because of that. Because I'm like, it's now that you told me it's PG-13, so great. No like awful gruesome war scene. I mean, not that that's.
But you
it's
should
like
have those
that's-
in a
yeah,
war
you
movie.
should, especially World War II. Like we need to see the
Especially-
ugliness of this thing, so we don't want to repeat it.
That particular battle, which is like one of the most gruesome battles.
Exactly, we need
in
to see the
history.
It's
gruesomeness.
Christopher Nolan.
And then
That's my thing, though. But
He had the
because-
Joker shove a pencil in a man's face with no blood.
yeah, and he
True.
got the movie PG-13 too, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
God.
my thing. Is like
Should've
these
been
things
an
would
R.
worry me if it was literally anyone other than Christopher
Okay.
Nolan.
He finds a way to work
I'm still a
around
little bit worried, only because he's releasing it in the summer. I would be a lot more confident if this was an Oscar season movie, award season movie.
That's true.
Much
That
more
is a warning
confident.
sign. But it's Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I always know it's really bad when they're like releasing a biopic or something like that in March, and I'm like, not good.
Any
I have to
movie
watch
released
this.
in August, you just know is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Or January.
Yeah. Oh, January.
January and
that-
August, I
Oh,
hate
if
those
it's
times of
released
year.
in January, there's some exceptions to the rule, but
Every once in a while.
mostly.
Can't
It's a
think of any off the
pretty
top of my
fair
head, but I'm sure
Yeah.
And
there.
that job too is coming out now.
Oh, yes!
Oscar
There we go.
contender.
We already
It's gonna
know who's
sweep
winning Best
everything.
Picture.
Best Picture, Best.
Will Arnett for Best Squirrel.
I didn't know he's in that movie. I don't know
I'm
he's
pretty
in
sure he is. That name came to my head. I'm hoping that I didn't see the first night job.
Well, my most anticipated movie is Atomic Blonde.
I thought you were going Baby Driver.
Well, yeah, also that one, but mostly Atomic Blonde, man. I'm ready to see Charlize Theron kick some butt
I love-
and be the good guy for once. She's been the bad guy in a lot of movies
She's a
lately.
great bad guy.
She does. She's queen bad guy. But I want to see her as the main character that I get to follow around for the whole movie. I'm really looking forward to that.
John Wick 3.
She's but
Blonde
like
Wick.
with a lady.
Blonde Wick.
Blonde Wick. Yes.
Which is also a
Blonde
comic
Wick.
book because
And
everything's a
Sophia
comic
Is it really?
Boutella
Yeah.
is
Blonde Wick?
book. No. Atomic
Atomic
Blonde.
Blonde. Gotcha.
Atomic Blonde's a graphic novel.
Yeah,
Made by
Sophia
somebody.
Boutella is going to be in it as
Yes,
a sexy
the
French
mummy.
operative. And, James McAvoy, who I
Oh, dude.
love
Oh, he's
and is
gonna be
always weirdly sexual in interviews.
What?
I need to watch James McAvoy interview now.
Oh,
I want
it's
to.
great. Oh, he always makes like sexual innuendo.
Oh,
If he
God.
could get sexual
Does he
innuendo
just turn into Hedwig in the middle of the
no,
interview?
no. Oh, you
I've
need
read
to
some.
watch them. He just always he tries to slip something sexual in every one
Oh,
of
I
his
have to-
interviews,
I have
and
to
you
do this
know
stuff.
he's just
He turns into
enjoying
Dennis.
the crap out of
Yes.
it. Crap out of
Take
it.
your shirt off. Your shirt is dirty. I love how our Dennis voices are so vastly different. Whoa!
I'm doing the stressed out Dennis.
Dennis!
You're doing the stoic in the car. I'm about to kidnap this teenage girl, Dennis. Which is,
Yeah, so
says
I
something about
didn't
you.
see that movie, but
Oh, yeah, see that
Kayla,
movie?
He
Kayla,
told you about the entire
Kayla
synopsis.
told me a very detailed synopsis, and I know
Ever
exactly
seen
what you're
Unbreakable?
talking about it. No.
Uh,
It doesn't
I haven't.
matter.
yes, it does.
But anyway,
Oh,
I'm
that's
here.
made.
I'm super here
Matters for
for Atomic Blonde, especially the scenes I see with like Charlize Theron getting beat up and then she keeps the bruises. Like usually, they get in a fight and they're a little bit bruised, and then like the next time they're out, like they're fine. But like her going into that ice bath just makes me so
Oh,
excited.
yeah.
I feel like this movie's gonna be very gritty, very action packed, and just kind of like a punch to the gut, like just badass.
James McAvoy. I've been a fan of James McAvoy for a long time, but
Me too.
Split. That dude is one of the best.
He's fantastic. But
He's one of the best.
Oh, Baby Driver.
I love that both these trailers came out like in the same week, and kind of out of nowhere. Atomic Blonde and Baby Driver.
Yes.
They both came out. I was like, "What is this movie?" And then the other, I forgot which one came out first, but one of them dropped, and then the other one dropped, and I was like, "What is this movie?"
I know.
I was like, "I need to see both
yes,
these movies."
both
I love
of them.
that they're
Both of them. Both
Baby
of them.
Driver has everybody in it.
I know.
And Edgar Wright made it.
Shane
I'm
Punisher.
here for it.
I'm so-
Punish Shane.
Dude.
Punisher.
Punish Shane's in
Best.
it.
Jamie Foxx.
Punisher ever. Ansel Elgort.
Some other guys.
Yeah.
I'm curious
So,
about Ansel Elgort. I liked him in Fault in Our Stars, but that's a very different character. from what
I've
he's playing
seen
here.
him in another movie that he did a really good
Don't say
performance
Lily
in.
James.
Don't say
But I
Divergent.
can't.
Don't say
Sorry.
Divergent.
No, but he did another really good performance. Lily James is in this. She's great
Shout
too.
out to Demi. That's
Yeah.
my favorite person.
Yeah. And
Damn eyebrows, though.
I think that concludes our podcast right now.
Does it? That was okay.
Sorry,
That was
really
I was-
abrupt. So Lily
Sorry.
James is in the movie. Bye, guys.
Sorry, I just
We're
got the
ending on
wrap-up
eyebrows.
sign from our producer.
That's lovely.
Eyebrows. Bye.
Yeah, how professional are we? We
Are we
just
still
got the
doing-
wrap
don't
up
forget to have fun
sign
out there?
From my producer.
from our producer.
Yeah. So.
So professional. My manager says I
Final
can't play
thoughts?
anymore.
Oh, sorry. Final thoughts. Any final thoughts, guys?
Podcast.
On the summer?
On the summer,
On movies
So
in
yeah,
general?
movies, on our
I enjoy
podcast.
movies in
Black
general.
Panther's gonna be awesome. Dark Universe
Possibly.
could be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe. Spider-Man's gonna be awesome. Shout out to comic book movies. They're everywhere. Shout out to Tom Hardy. Shout out to shout-outs.
Are you worried at all that we've seen the entire Spider-Man movie already in trailers?
Nope, because I want to see it again.
Iron Man 4, I'm here for it.
I'm here
Iron
for
Man Homecoming.
Atomic Blondes and James McAvoy's, and I'm excited for the Black Panther movie. I'm iffy about movie universes, or I'm suspicious of them just on principle. And this has been the Reshoots podcast.
Jesse doesn't have any final
I
thoughts.
do
Sorry.
like movies.
Actually, Jesse doesn't get to
You
say
don't get final thoughts,
anything.
Jesse. Bye, guys.
Right? Not out of my studio.
I'm so sorry. I'm such a dick.
Bleeping it.
Bleep her.
What?
I'm not bleeping the podcast.
Aw.
Podcast is unbleeped.
No, don't do it. You don't need to.
I like doing it for the videos. It's funny.
Is that your final thought?
My final thought is we're not bleeping you, damn it, Gabby.
Yay! Good, because I get bleeped like in the reshoots
You
videos.
do. You're the only one who ever does.
I'm the only one that curses. It's just-
Get it together.
Black Panther's gonna be awesome. Dunkirk's gonna be awesome. Movie universes can be awesome if done right.
Yes.
Hopefully this one will be. Jesse. Oh.
All right.
So this is
Have fun out there, guys.
Yeah.
Double tapping.
double tap.
That was stupid.
That was-
Doing it again.
I loved it.